Previously on Coin Quest.
This is something that you don't typically see in your everyday nickel roll. Oh, what in the world, guys? That's actually gonna be a silver war nickel. I just don't see any way that there isn't gonna be another buffalo nickel in this box.
And now for the second half of this amazing box. Let's jump right into it.
Guys, I am in just utter disbelief at what I just found, and I'm really kicking myself for not filming this. I almost filmed it too. I almost had the camera rolling before I even opened the roll. I've never found this coin before. I just want to point that out. Now, looking at this, you probably see there isn't any V nickel buffalo, anything like that. This is a Jefferson nickel find, guys. Right here, we see the coin, and I believe, you know what? I actually can't tell. I think that that's a D, but it could be a San Francisco. Either way, you're going to see why this is a big deal once we flip this over. So check this out, guys. 3, 2, 1. 1938, first year Jefferson nickel. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I did find a 1938 S in a previous video, and that was a huge deal. I still need the 1938 Denver in the collection, and that's because I've never actually found one before coin roll hunting. Now, taking a look at that, I actually don't know if that's going to be a D or an S. It's actually really hard to tell. Looking at it on first inspection, I thought it was definitely going to be a Denver, but now that I put it under the camera, it's not so easy to tell. Honestly, what I'm seeing on this coin is a Denver with the top of an S. I don't know, when you look at it from that angle, it looks like an S. When you look at it from there, it looks like a Denver. So this one's pretty tricky, guys. I don't know. That's really tricky. All right, I'm going to stop rambling about this. You guys let me know down in the comments what you think about that coin, and we'll go ahead and get on to the next one. Actually, you know what, guys? I think I might even be seeing up there on the top in the words E pluribus unum. In the S of pluribus, we might have a die crack. Unless that's just a little scratch, but that kind of looks like a die crack to me. Anyways, there is a pretty good look at the coin right there. God, that is really tough to tell. All right, we're going to get on to the next roll and see what else we can find. Okay, so I'm still a little shook up about that 1938. Went through a couple more rolls, though, kind of cooled down here. And I was actually able to get a nice Canadian find right here for the reason that we still don't have this one in the collection. It's the 1988 Canadian nickel right there, so that one's going to go into the collection. This roll right here had a few good finds, just kind of small stuff. 1959, that one's a Denver. And then right here we have a 1953, and as you guys remember, the 53S is actually a low mintage coin. If we just move over here a little bit, we see the 1953S right there. So hopefully we get another S here. Let's see if we're going to get it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's just going to be the Denver, which does not end up on the list. So I'll just put that one in with the rest of the 50s that we've been finding. And we'll go ahead and go through the rest of this roll. It's produced 2 good coins for us so far. So hopefully it's got some more in here for us somewhere. All right, so, wow, that one looks shiny. I thought that might have been a proof. We would end up with pretty much everything out of this box if we got a proof combined. But I don't know, guys. That 38 Denver / San Francisco, that is just an insane find. Super stoked about that one, and hopefully you guys can give me some insight into what you guys think it is down in the comments below. I'll definitely be reading all of those comments. Well, wouldn't you know it, guys, we just got into the next roll, and it turns out that we have yet another Canadian, just 2 rolls away, that we do need in the collection. A 1986. This one's actually pretty common, coming in at 150 some million made. So kind of surprising we haven't gotten that one yet, but we have it now. And like I always say, guys, while we got the camera on, we may as well go through the rest of this roll and see if we have anything else here. Alright, so this has just been an insane episode so far. I hope you guys have enjoyed up to this point. I certainly have. We've been getting some really, really cool coins out of here. Just found something weird here. This is probably the weirdest toning I've ever seen on a nickel. It's got like a light blue tinge to it. Maybe the camera's not picking it up, but it's weird. It was definitely sticking out to me, so I'm going to put that one to the side for sure. It's just a 1990. Nothing else really going on with it, but the toning is very interesting to me, so I will definitely be holding onto that coin. And that is it for that roll, so we'll get on to the next one. Okay, so we're on the very next roll now, and we have a couple of really great finds, just about 10 coins into the roll. These coins actually ended up coming out right next to each other, and I'm glad that we had an older one because I was able to look at this coin and realize that this is a 2009, which I told you guys, these don't come up very often. I probably find buffaloes more often than 2009s. Now I'm going to flip over the pages in the book here to see if this is the one that I need. It looks like, oh, look at that. So it turns out that we actually do have the 2009 Denver, and we do need the 2009 Philadelphia. I'll show you that real quick here. This is the only, what I would call a modern coin that we still need in the collection. That 2009 Philadelphia right there just got filled in finally in the very last episode of Coin Quest Nickels here. So that is just super cool. But to add to that, guys, we actually have another find right here. It is this 1954, and I think if I move back in the collection here just a little bit, I believe, yes, we do still need the 1954 San Francisco. So if we get a 54S here, that is just going to blow my mind, guys. We've gotten so many good coins out of this box that have gone into the collection. This would be, I think, the 5th or 6th. So let's see what we got here, guys. 3, 2, 1. Oh, so close. The 1954 Denver right there. And I don't think... Actually, this is the weird thing. I don't think that the 54S or D even show up on our low mintage list. So it's kind of weird that we haven't been able to find the 54 San Francisco yet. But we'll go ahead and throw that one to the side and go through the rest of this roll. I do see another Denver mint right here showing on the reverse. So this is going to be a little older. Let's see what we got for that one. Yeah, it's just a 61. I kind of figured that. All right, let's see if we have anything else here, guys. Just a real brief scan. And, of course, got to look out for those 2009s. Now that we have them all, I'm definitely happy that we don't have to worry about getting those anymore. But, of course, always want to pull them out when you can. All right, so, guys, it looks like we got about 16 more rolls to go. I'll let you know if we find anything else, and on to the next roll. All right, so real briefly here, just want to show you what this back page in the collection looks like when it is finally completely full. That is the full page, folks. The 2009 P that was missing forever just went in right there. And so that is finally a complete page right there. We have a few more over here. This gets into 2018. Still haven't been able to find any 2019s yet. And then as you can see here, we have full page, and then this one is getting super close. Look at this. Only 4 coins missing on that page. And now there's still quite a few missing over here, but these are a lot harder to find for sure. So it might be a while before we get some of those. But anyways, guys, got into this roll right here, and it looks like we have a really old-looking coin. Usually when I see them this slick, they end up being 1939s. You can hardly make any details out on the Monticello there. So, all right, let's flip this over, see what we're going to get for a date. 3, 2, 1. Okay, all right, I'll take that. 1953 plain. I think we've gotten pretty much every kind of 1953 that you can possibly get in this box so far, so that's pretty cool, guys. We'll get into the rest of this roll and see if we have any more nice coins to come out for us. Looking for anything old, and of course, guys, still looking for that buffalo nickel. I'm getting a little nervous here because we're getting down to the end of it. Hold on a second here. Okay, well, first of all, something's going on with that coin. I'm not sure if you can see it in the light. I'll bring it up in just a second, but we did get a 57 right there. Just wanted to mention that, and that's going to be a Denver. Now let's take a look at this one. You can see that thing is pretty shiny, but it also looks older, so I don't really know what's going on with it. Let's go ahead and flip it over and see what we're going to get here. What in the world, guys? 1938, 2 in a single box? It's just a plain this time. So nothing, no mint mark. But we just got our second 1930. I think that's my 4th ever. These don't show up. They really don't. I want to stress that. Like, even the 38 itself is a low mintage coin. And then the Denver and San Francisco are up there in the key date range. What an incredible find, guys. Another 1938. Put it next to the 1938 D, or no, that's not it. Where did it go? I must have, there it is. Almost misplaced it there. There is our 1938 DS. Not really sure what is going on with that one, but This one, I don't know. There's this weird luster to it. It's almost proof-like, to be honest with you. And I think that actually they did make proofs in the Philadelphia Mint in this year. So this could actually be a 1938 proof. How cool would that be? Man, that is so cool, guys. I don't even know what to say. I think that that's definitely better than a Buffalo. And I'm just kind of speechless right now that we just found that. All right, so what else are we going to get in this roll? This roll seems to be producing quite a bit for us. But it looks like getting down to the end of it here, I don't think we have anything left to find out of it. So with that being said, guys, I don't even know what to say at this point. We have about 15 more rolls to go, and if this keeps up, I think I'm going to have a heart attack. All right, so we're a few rolls later now, and we have yet another interesting coin that's going to be coming out of this roll. Right here we see a 1942. I saw the date of it, and as you guys know, this could be a Civil War nickel, but it also could just be a regular nickel because 1942 was actually the transition year where they made some of them just regular with the regular nickel composition, and then some of them with the modified silver composition. So we'll go ahead and flip this one over, and if we have the mint mark above the Monticello, it's silver. If not, then unfortunately, it's just going to be nickel. So let's see what we got here, guys. 3, 2, 1. All right, so actually, guys, this is good because the 1942 Denver non-silver variety is pretty uncommon, and I think we do need this in the collection. So let's take a look here at the key date and low mintage coins, and as you can see right there, 1942 Denver is in that low mintage range. So that is another one for this box. What an amazing box. I'm going to put this to the side here and give you a quick glance here at the collection. This is our second coin in this row from this box. So 1942 Denver is going to be going right there. And of course, we still have quite a few more coins here to go through. I don't know, guys. I really don't even know what to expect anymore. There's so much cool stuff coming out. Right there, we just got a 47. So let's see if that's going to be a San Francisco. And that would be a low mintage coin if it is. 3, 2, 1. Guys, I don't even know what to say. That's 2 low mintage coins in a row out of the same roll. You can see the San Francisco mint mark right there. That is so incredible. And unfortunately, we don't need that one in the collection. I think this is actually the second one that we found on the box. We found one earlier. But just unbelievable luck here, guys. I'm seeing all kinds of cool stuff in this roll, even other than those coins that we've seen so far. I see another Denver mint right there. Let's see if we're going to get one on that. Okay, 1960, so just about made it, but not quite. Let's see, 64 right there. And let's see if we're going to get anything else old out of this one. I don't know, it's looking kind of slim at the end here. Okay, so I think that's about it, guys. I'll double check just to make sure, but that was an amazing roll right there. We just got 2 great coins, the 47S in the 42 Denver non-silver variety. So cool. I'm going to be putting that 42 Denver in right now, and then we'll go ahead and get on to the next roll. So a couple rolls later now, and we just got another decent find right here, almost at the beginning of the roll. It's another 1952, and we're going to go ahead and flip this one over. We are looking for, it looks like, the San Francisco on this one. So let's see if we're going to get it, guys. 3, 2, 1. Nope, as hard as I look, I'm not able to see a San Francisco mint mark on that coin, so we will put that one into the 50s, but still a 1952 is a good find for sure. Those are a little bit more scarce, around the 50, 51, and 52. Now that's one of the things that I haven't found in a while, and haven't found it in this box for sure, is the 1950. Those don't really come up very often, especially not the key date 1950 Denver. That would be the key date of the entire Jefferson Nickel series, and those really don't come up very often. I very seldom see people post about those, so they're definitely tough to find. All right, guys, we got 10 more rolls to go. I'll go ahead and get into those and let you know what I find. All right, so just cracked into the 10th from the last roll, and we have some nice color on this coin right here. Once again, looks a little bit redder, so I'm thinking water damage. Maybe this coin was in the ground, found by a metal detector. One of the times that I pulled out a coin that looked like this, it actually ended up being a Buffalo nickel. So let's see what we got here, guys. Let's pull that baby out, and yeah, that definitely looks like a metal detecting find. Unfortunately, it's not going to be older. It's just going to be a 1988. But while I have your attention, let's go ahead and go through the rest of these coins right here, see if we're going to get anything. I'm just going to scan this one really quickly just to see if there's going to be anything popping out at me. Just looking for the old stuff, and I'll let you be on your way. Alright, so I'm not seeing anything else in this roll, guys. I'll go ahead and get another next one. Unless I find something else, then I'll turn the camera back on. Alright guys, so a couple rolls later now, and we have a coin that's potentially going to be a key date coin. I did find one of these recently, but it's the only one that I found in my career. As you can see right here, we have a 1955 Jefferson nickel. Now, actually, the one that we're looking for on this, surprisingly, is the Philadelphia Mint. If we take a look up here, the 1955 plain is actually one of the only plain mints that ends up in either the key date or low mintage range. Super strange occurrence there. You really don't see that very often. So let's see if we're going to get it here. The 1955 plain is what we're looking for. Don't want to see a mint mark. So let's see what we got, guys. 3, 2, 1. Ah, blast. That is a Denver mint mark right there, 1955 Denver. That is typically what we see when we flip those over, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised to see that. Alright, let's go ahead and get through the rest of this roll right here. I thought I saw some older coins showing up, but now getting through it, I'm not seeing the older dates that I was hoping for. So I've got to keep an eye out for those 2009s though. Always looking at as many dates as I possibly can while going through these rolls. But I think that's going to be it for that one, guys. It looks like we have about 7 more rolls to go, and I'll let you know if we find anything else. All right, so I just opened up the very next roll, and it looks like we have 2 kind of colored coins here. These ones are a little bit darker gray. There's this one on the right here, I think definitely has a good chance of being a war nickel. This one I'm not so sure about, so I'm going to pull this one out first, and then we'll go for the one that I think has a much better chance. Let's see what we got there. 1983. So if we would have flipped those last 2 digits, we would have had another nice 1938. But unfortunately, that one's not going to be anything for us. So let's take a look at this one, guys. I actually think this may be a war nickel. Let's see what we got here. 3, 2, 1. Yes, finally. We finally got one off of the first inspection, in 1943, and looks like if we get a Denver or a San Francisco, this one's going to be going into the book as well. So let's see what we got for a mint mark. Going to be looking up above the Monticello here. 3, 2, it's just going to be another P, unfortunately. That is the most common war nickel, but like I said, guys, that's worth $1 in silver, so I will take that any day of the week. Definitely want to pull that one out. Let's see if we're going to get anything else in this roll, guys. We'll go ahead and spread them out here, see if we're going to get that buffalo out of here. I keep saying that. I'm getting a little nervous here. We're down to about 5 rolls left, so hopefully we do end up getting that buffalo out. So it looks like the only thing worth noting in this roll was a really nice looking 1964 Denver. I don't typically pull these out, but this one really caught my eye, so I will put that one to the side. Like I said, guys, we have 6 more rolls to go. I'll go ahead and get on to the next one. All right, so it looks like we're going to get another chance for that 1954S. Right here we have yet another 1954 in really just terrible shape here. Unfortunately, this coin, if it is the 54S, isn't in the best shape, but having a coin is better than nothing. So let's see if we're going to get the San Francisco on this one. 3, 2, 1, and it's a Denver, unfortunately. So once again, we'll be putting that one to the side. All right, let's see if we're going to get anything else out of this roll right here. Got a nice keel boat design right there. Always love to see those coins, but they are not old, and that is kind of what we're looking for here. Actually, so I just pulled up that Denver. There was another one right next to it. Got a couple of old coins here, definitely 64 or older, so let's flip these over. There's number 1. Ooh, nice, guys, 1954. That's a really nice looking one. Once again, a Denver, so actually that's quite a bit better than the first one we found. And then this one right here is a 63, so we won't be holding on to that one. Okay, so that is roll number 6 from the end. We have just 5 more to go, and I don't know what we're going to find in those, but I'm definitely excited to see what it is. All right, 5th roll from the end didn't have anything in it. This one we see another nice kind of red colored coin here. I don't really have too high hopes for these ones, so I'll just go ahead and pull it out just in case. Nope, just going to be 2002. So this is the 4th roll from the end, and guys, I need to remind you, it will be the 4th. Hold on a second. Oh, I thought we had some kind of crazy foreign coin right there. I just saw the edge of this ocean in view right here. I might have been getting confused because there was a Canadian coin right next to it. Let's see what we have for a date on that. 1987. That's a pretty common date. But like I was saying, guys, this is the last episode in the first season of Coin Quest Nickels, and as you can see, we've got quite a bit already filled in the collection. Other than this first page here, we're only missing 4 coins plus these ones right here, and then of course we have the Buffalo nickel and Canadian nickel collections to still fill up. But as far as Jefferson nickels go, we're doing really well. So we'll go ahead and get through this one right here, see if we're gonna get lucky here towards the end. I'm hoping that this doesn't just end like we had that sort of 9-roll streak of basically not finding anything. So hopefully that doesn't happen here at the end. But I'm not really seeing anything in this roll, so I'll go ahead and get into the next one, and I'll let you know when I find something else. Alright guys, so this third to last roll is looking pretty good. I'll just point out a few things here. First off, we have a 1958 right here, and we actually have a chance for a low mintage on that one if we get the plain. So let's flip this one over to see what we got. 3, 2, 1. 1958 Denver, so it's just going to be a 2-pointer for us. And then I was looking at some other old coins. I think right here, this one's definitely going to be old, so let's go ahead and move that over and see what we got. Okay, so 1941, that's a date that we haven't seen today. Let's see what we got for a mint mark on that. 1941 Denver. Now, I don't think 41 actually ever shows up in either one of these lists, so that one never really had a chance. But let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of these. I don't think I saw any other older looking coins, so we'll just have to go through by hand and see if we're going to pull any more out. But guys, I think that's probably going to do it for this roll, so I'll check real quick, but I don't think there's anything else. I'll go ahead and get on to the next ones, and we're almost done with this box. It's crazy. Alright guys, we just opened up the second to last roll and saw something that we rarely see. Take a look at this over here. You can see kind of a gap in the coins right there, and the reason for that is because there's a dime in between somehow. That definitely makes up for quite a few of the pennies that we've had to go through in these rolls. I don't know if you guys are familiar with my previous episodes, but we got a lot of pennies in our rolls, which means we were losing 4 cents a piece. But hey, you know what? I think that definitely makes up for at least 1 or 2 of those pennies. Unfortunately, it's not a silver dime. That would have been a lot cooler, but it is a 2011, and we made a few cents on that one right there. I'm not going to complain about it. So, alright guys, so you know what? We're getting down to the end here. I think I'm just going to go through the rest of these completely live and see what we're going to find in these last 2 rolls. So it's looking like this one might end up being a decent roll for us because I see pretty old looking Denver reverse right there. Let's go ahead and flip this one over and see what we're going to get on that. Alright, so 1961. That's not going to cut it for us, unfortunately. But we still have plenty more nickels to go. I am kind of sweating bullets here because I don't think that at this point we're probably not going to get another Buffalo nickel in the box, unfortunately. If you saw the beginning of this box, you saw that we started off with a Buffalo nickel ender and haven't seen one since. So we did just get a 1959 Denver, though. That's a fairly common older coin right there, but definitely one that we want to pull out. Now here, this one looks pretty old right here. I'm seeing that kind of tan toning on it. I think this one's probably going to be 40s. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. 62. I guess they do show up like that every once in a while. Alright, that is it for the second to last roll. Right here we have our final roll of Season 1 of Coin Quest. What an amazing box, guys, and such an amazing journey. Thank you all for everybody who's watched every single episode. If you haven't, I do have a playlist where you can do that. It's been super, super fun. I really love nickels. I think that they're my, absolutely my favorite coin to hunt. So, all right, guys, let's see. Oh, man, that looked super weird. You guys see that? It's like a purple color on there. Was really hoping to be surprised by a Buffalo nickel here, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, all right, let's go through this last roll right here. Just want to remind you all that I will be doing a Coin Quest Nickels Season 2, so the series is not over. This is just the end of the first season. Hey, let's count that as a Buffalo nickel. Just kidding, guys, that's a 2005. But let's go ahead and get through the rest of these, guys. Hopefully, this last roll of the season is going to give us at least something. That would be nice to go off on a high note. But, you know, as coin roll hunting goes, quite oftentimes that doesn't happen. Okay, so actually it looks like it is going to happen, so thank God. In that last few rolls right there, we got a 1947. We've already pulled two 1947 San Franciscos out of this box. Who thinks we're going to get a third? Let's find out. And just a reminder that that is a low mintage coin. So let's see, guys. 3, 2, 1. Look at that, guys. What an amazing box, and that is a great way to end it. 3 1947 San Franciscos in the same box. That's got to be a new record. Let me know if you beat that in the comments down below. And I know it's super specific, but I think it's definitely worth noting. That is a really faint S, too. It's kind of weird. But anyways, that is going to do it for that box, guys. I am going to do a big wrap up right now because we have so much to go over from what we just got in this box. It's going to be insane. I'm going to lay out all the coins and you guys are going to see what I found in total. So let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, guys, welcome to the wrap up. I have to say this was a lot bigger than I had even anticipated on first glance. So real quick, I just want to show you something because I kind of skimmed over this in the video, but I think this is important. So I did mention that this 1938 right here, which is a 1938 plain, does look proof-like, and it is possibly going to be a proof because in 1938, and I think up until 1964, they actually minted proofs in the Philadelphia Mint. So as you can see, it's got a little bit of luster left on it, which typical, normal coins don't have. Now, I am a little bit skeptical. The only reason for that is because the mintage on the 1938 proof is only 19,365 pieces made. That would be an insanely low mintage. That would definitely beat any mintage that I have or ever have and ever probably will find while coin roll hunting nickels or any other coins. So a mintage of 19,365 is absolutely insane. Now, the reason that I'm skeptical about this is, one, because of that low mintage, and two, because I did find a chrome-plated coin in the roll, and, you saw that earlier. It was this chrome-plated 1942S war nickel, which you can see is pretty shiny, pretty crazy looking, but this one looks a little bit different, so I'm actually really hopeful that we did just find a 1938 plain proof. I'm going to have to get that verified. I think I'm going to ask a second opinion. I'll probably send it over to my brother first and foremost, and then if he thinks it's worth it, I will send it in to get graded because I think it would be super interesting to see if this comes back as a proof. Because as you can see, 19,000 minted is just unbelievable. If that's really what I just found, then I would be completely shocked. So with that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and actually get into the scoring for the box. So as you can see, we're using our Quin Coins official nickel coin roll hunting competition score sheet as usual. We have the Jefferson nickels in the 50s coming in at 2 apiece. I think we got about 17 of them, so a whole bunch of them here. I'll show you all of the dates on them as well. And these were just the ones that didn't end up in the low mintage range. So at 2 points apiece, that's going to be 34 points on Jefferson nickels in the 50s alone. Coming over here to the 40s, we actually didn't get very many of them, just 41, 46, and 48, but we did get a couple of those 46s. So that's going to bring our total up to 50 on just the 50s and the 40s alone. Now coming down to the Jefferson nickels in the 30s, we were able to get that single 1939 right there for 5 more points. Buffalo nickels, of course, we got that 1920 Buffalo nickel, which we can show right here in the collection because I was able to get that into the collection. Super cool to start the box off right there. So that's going to be worth another 15 points for us. And then coming down here, we actually were able to get another war nickel on top of the one that went into the collection. And that war nickel is going to be worth 10 points for us. And then coming down to the low mintage Jeffersons. Now, I definitely broke a record for the most low mintage Jeffersons that I've ever found in a box. We got 3 1947 San Franciscos in a row, a 1953 San Francisco, and then on top of that, we were able to get a 1952 San Francisco and a 1942D non-silver, which were all low mintage coins. So that's 6 of them, and those come in at a hefty 10 points apiece. That's 60 points just in low mintage coins right there. Now coming down to, let's see, this is where it gets a little tricky here because we have a 1938. Either way, though, it is going to be a key date coin for sure. I'll give you one more look at that in case you forgot what it looks like, and I'll try to get some better pictures of it as well. because I'm really curious to see what you guys think. It looks different depending on the angle that you look at it from. But that one's definitely going to be a key day worth 20 points. And then coming down, of course, to the possibly proof 1938 plain. Whether you count that as a proof or count it as a low mintage coin, it's going to be worth 10 points either way. So, all right, so let's just take a look real quick. I know this is long, guys. We found a lot. Let's take a look real quick at all of the stuff that we were able to find and put into the collection. So we got the 1920 buff, 52S low mint, 42S war nickel, which was chrome plated, kind of weird. We got an 88 Canadian, an 86 Canadian. We finally got that 2009 Philadelphia, and that one's actually going to be worth 5 points down here on the last row, 2009's at 5 points. And then we also got that 42D low mint. Totaling it all up, we got a grand total of 185 points on the box. Definitely a good nickel box. I think probably the best one that I've ever had. So this was an awesome box, guys. 185 points and a whole bunch of coins that went into the collection. And since this is the end of the Coin Quest series, I figured I may as well give you a peek at what the collections look like now. So here's the first page of the Jefferson Nickels collection. As you can see, we're still missing quite a few of those war nickels especially. And then if we flip over to the next page, we're only missing 4 over here. Those early 50s are very difficult to find, unfortunately. The 49S as well, and then the 54S is just holding out for some odd reason. And then we go through the rest of these. We have that page, that page, that page, and then this one is pretty much done except for the 2019s. All right, let's take a look at the Buffalo Nickel collection just real briefly here. So as you guys know, we only have 4 coins in this collection. 2 of them had to be nickel-dated. The first one is actually a 1913, which I think is super cool. We just got the 1920, 1923 right there, and a 1937 right there. And then if we open up our Canadian collection, this is actually the last one that we have. So let's take a look and see how that one is going as well. So there's the first page, pretty blank, and then the second page and the third page. So there you have it, guys. That is the end of season 1 of Coin Quest Nickels. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been an absolute blast. I've loved this, especially this box. I'm super excited to see what the results are of those 1938s that came out of today's box, and still just in disbelief that those came out. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. I'm excited to get into season 2. I know that we don't have a lot that we could potentially find anymore because we just filled up so much, but definitely looking to fill in some more of these Canadian holes as well as those Buffalo Nickel holes. We have a long way to go in that collection, so definitely more room for improvement. So guys, real quick, just want to remind you that if you're interested in picking up one of these coin roll hunting placemats to aid you in your own nickel roll hunting, you can head on over to my website and get them there at quinscoins.com, and I'll be posting links down in the description below. But anyways, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go down below and leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, because I post new videos like this every single week, always bringing you along with the hunts and having a good time. And as always, I'm Quinn, and this is Quin's Coins signing out, and I will see you in the next one.